Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki from Genic Fashions. Now, if you watch my videos and you follow my channel, you may already know about the fun challenge I'm doing with the awesome YouTuber Christi from I'm So Excited. So basically what we're doing is we're picking outfits for each other to make, but what is cool about the way we're doing it is we're doing it totally completely at random. So think Wheel of Fortune. We're spinning a wheel and randomly picking fabric. We're randomly picking the type of garment, the style, where you'd wear it to, and other features for that clothing. So the last time we did this challenge, I had to make a special occasion pants, aka fancy pants, and I had to put pockets, and the fabric was super bright and colorful. When I made my pants, they didn't really seem fancy enough. So I definitely thought, you know what, these pants need the right shirt, and with the right shirt, they will definitely look like special occasion pants. So this is what this video is for. Here today, I'm going to show you how I made this shirt that went with my special occasion pants. After you finish watching this tutorial, don't forget to check out the description box down below. I've linked a playlist with all the videos in our challenge series. It's a lot of fun. You're going to enjoy both my videos and Christi's videos and the randomness of it all. So check it out. Don't forget to press like on all the videos. Don't forget to subscribe to both me and Christi and enjoy the tutorial. Alright, so here we have a square that is 11 inches by 11 inches. And I made my square that size because I want to cut out a circle with a radius of 4.5 inches. Alright, so in order to cut out my circles, I am going to fold my square in half and fold my square once again in half. So I have now a smaller rectangle and it's 4 layers of fabric. This will be my center, and I'm going to measure out the radius from this center for the inside circle. That's going to be where the neck hole is, and the outside circle. Alright, so let's go ahead and begin. Alright, so first 2.5 inches. I'll put the tape measure here, and then I go around and measure my 2.5 inches going around, and I'll mark that 2.5 inches with the pin. Alright, so I do the same thing, and I get 4.5 inches going around here. Alright, so now we have 2 quarter circles pinned out, one on the inside, one on the outside. If you've ever made a circle skirt, this is basically how you make it, but the circle skirt, of course, is much bigger. Alright, so I'm going to cut on the inside of these pins and on the outside of those pins. When I open it up, this is what it looks like, a circle with some width. And now I'm going to do a circle exactly like this one, but instead of pinning and measuring out everything, I'm just going to go ahead and use the first one as a template. So I will have to fold the first one in 4 again, and I will place it on top of the fabric that we're about to cut, and now I can just put pressure on it, hold it down, and cut the same amount off this area and off this area in order to get the same shape. Okay, so here are my 2 circles. It's not a perfect cut, but that's okay. For the bigger one, we'll just have a little bit extra seam allowance, and that's totally fine. So I'm going to put my fabric right side to right side, and I'm going to pin them together on the inside and on the outside. One of these will serve as the outer layer and the other will serve as a lining. So now I have 2 layers of fabric here, and I face them right side to right side. I'm going to go ahead and pin around the inside and around the outside. I am also going to snip a line going straight down here, and this will be used to turn the fabric over when I'm ready to. Alright, so now I have this sewn on the wrong side, and it is in the shape of a circle, but I cut the circle open so that I can turn it over to the right side. So it's going to be right side out. So now this is right side out. When I iron it, it's going to look a lot nicer. So I took the measurements that you see on the design and created this shape, and I cut two identical pieces that are both facing right side in. So the right sides are touching each other. And to create that symmetry, because it would look really bad if this is not symmetric, to create that symmetry, I did fold the fabric in half, and then I did the cuts with the fabric folded in half. All right, so now I am going to pin my fabric together. I am going to leave the bottom open so that I can turn this around. So one side is going to serve as a lining on the inside, and the other side is going to be what you would see on the outside of the shirt. Here are two scraps left over from the pants, and so I'm going to be using these two scraps, and I'm going to attach it to the left and the right side of the shape that I just created. In order to do that, or before I do that, I am going to hem the top of the scraps. So the top here, I'm going to hem the top there and then attach. So to do my hem, I am just going to fold twice. So fold, and then fold again, and then pin it and bring it to the machine and stitch it down. Now the top of my shirt is hemmed, and I'm ready to join the left side and the right side to the black piece in the center. So in order to do that, I'm going to have right side of that fabric facing right side of this fabric. I'm going to fold it over here. Make sure that that top is aligned with that corner piece here, and make sure that that top part goes straight across. So here's what I have so far. I decided I did not like the neck as it was. I wanted it to sit on the shoulders, but it's not sitting well, so I'm going to have it more like a choker and kind of sitting on the shoulders. So I'm going to cut out some of that fabric and give it a hook and eye enclosure. So it's not going to go over the head anymore. It will be more fitted, and it will be closed with a hook and eye. And at the bottom, I'm going to have a black waistband eventually. And right now on the back, I've just pinned on, not sewn yet, pinned on a black panel, which I hemmed in the same way that I hemmed the front fabric here. So now I'm going to go ahead and sew the black panel on, work on fixing the neck and adding the hook and eye, and also adding a black waistband. Alright, so I cut the neckline, and I already cleaned up one side of it, and I'm about to do the same for the other side. So in order to give this a nice finished look, I am going to just take the fabric and stick it inside itself like this. And once everything is nice and neat, kind of like that, I'm going to take that to the sewing machine and do a top stitch along that line. So I have a loop of fabric here that I'm going to be using to make the waistband. It's 4.5 inches wide, but when I fold it, the waistband is going to be a little bit less than half of that width. And so what I'm going to do now to make sure we have the right length of fabric to work with, I'm going to line up my looped fabric with the shirt, and I'm going to pin along here and pin along here, and then I will sew those lines. Alright, so what we just sewed together, I just turned on the right side, and now I'm going to double it like this. So it is now half the width because I've doubled it, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to feed the shirt through that loop that we just created. And the goal here is to pin the right side of the shirt to the right side of the waistband. All right, so here we have the waistband, and it is now positioned correctly over our shirt. So the waistband is upside down, and the shirt is right side up, and the right sides of each are facing each other, and I'm going to pin it that way and then sew them together.